Okay. So we are having a series of the okay. So we are having a series of classes based on Krishna's pastime because Janmashtami is approaching very soon, another 1 week. So today's discussion or the pastime would be on the Syamantaka jewel. Many of you already heard about the pastimes, but let me run through this particular pastime, how it started, and what we can gain from these pastimes. So, how it is beneficial in our bhakti. So, to start with the story of Syamantaka jewel, we all know that Krishna was residing in Dwarka, and Dwarka was very huge dham at that point in time. Now, of course, it is all submerged in the ocean when Krishna wound up the pastimes. So there was a king called Satrajit. He had another kingdom, and it was within the jurisdiction of Dwarka. Now, though being a king, he was also a very great devotee of sun god Surya Dev. And because of that kind of a relationship he had, so Surya Bhagavan had given him this jewel called as Syamantaka. Now, the speciality of this jewel was that it could it was so effulgent and it could be so much beneficial that there would be no famine, as in nobody would go hungry, everyone would have food, and there would be no pestilence. That means there's no disease. So there's absolute peace of atmosphere in the kingdom. So he had got this, and because of this jewel, there was a misunderstanding between Satrajit and the Yadu dynasty. So let us see how it started. So, so he had got this particular jewel stone, and he had made a nice locket kind of thing. He was wearing it. So because of this, he was so effulgent that when he walked, everybody thought that sun god is coming, Surya Dev is coming. So Satrajit had entered Dwarka wearing this jewel, and people in general thought that Surya Dev has come, Surya Bhagwan has come, and they were offering him prayers. So, because Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is in Dwarka, and it was common that the inhabitants saw several devatas coming and meeting, paying their respects, so that they saw these dealings with Krishna. So it was common for them. So they thought that sun god himself has come, but they did not recognize because of the dazzling effulgence of that jewel. So mistaking Satrajit to be sun god, so some of the important, prominent citizens, they immediately went to Krishna to inform that sun god has arrived. So Krishna was busy playing in the palace, playing chess. It is especially mentioned that he was playing chess. So please remember, so chess game was already there. Even in Ramayana, we see that chess game is there. So today also we have chess champions. So there's this game is played across the world. So Krishna was playing chess, and so they prayed to the Lord that O Narayana, Chaturabhuja, you have these 4 markings, and you're the Supreme Lord. So you're also called as Govinda. So they addressed him as Govinda also, Mukunda also, and they also mentioned about he being the Yashoda's dear child, and they were describing the pastimes of Damodar also. So this way they were glorifying the Supreme Lord, and Dwarka residents are told that Surya Bhagwan has come, Surya Dev has come. So the dealing with the inhabitants is very sweet with the Lord, and that's why he's called as Govinda, because he satisfies the senses of the Brahmanas and the calf or cows. So that is what is mentioned. So he had a very intimate relationship with the residents because all are born devotees there. So who are, for example, we have this last life, um, this life itself. So we go back to Godhead. Some go back to Godhead directly, or some will go to the pastimes where it is taking place. In fact, Srila Prabhupada mentions that if it is last life, we will be transferred immediately to the place where Krishna is having his pastime. So from there, he will take us away from this world. Okay, so here the intimate connection is this. All are not normal. So even Satyajit is coming here wearing this, and citizens are addressing this to their supreme master. Now, Krishna knew who was coming. It was not sun god, it was Satyajit. And they felt very, when Satyajit came visiting Dwarka, that there was a pride in the citizens that, oh, such a great Devata is coming to see our Lord. So that was there. So inform them. So after this, the members of the family went respective their duties. Now, since they are all in the Edo dynasty, they were all living as one family in the entire kingdom. So just imagine. So at that time, Krishna's the Dwarka itself had more than 1 billion people. Today we are talking about population exploding in India because we are the world's populated country, populous country. But at that time, just Dwarka itself had more than 1 billion people, so family members. So that was a huge population. Apart from that, there were others also across the country and the whole globe. So it's not surprising that we have a lot of population in the world. There's a shortage of food. There's pollution. Those days also they managed, but they did not pollute. So that's the difference between when Lord is there, he appears, and the different ages how they survived. And just imagine how Krishna had 9 lakh cows. Now we do not have in our surrounding atmosphere 9 cows also. So there's a lot of difference the way we are living our lifestyle. So this is how it has been described about the Dwarka city. So Satyajit, however, he was very much proud of wearing this jewel, the Syamantaka jewel, and people were respecting him for that particular reason. So he did not come to see Krishna. Now you see, we see in this way that Satyajit is there and Krishna is there. Now, if you know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he has defeated so many people. He has defeated Jarasandha 18 times. He has killed Kamsa, so many demons. So everybody knew this. Still, you don't accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And even if you accept it, you are not going near him. This is the state of mind we also live in because we don't have that much faith. So Satyajit, though he came to the kingdom, he did not go see Krishna. Instead, he installed this particular jewel. He made a temple and to be worshipped by the Brahmanas. What is the speciality of this jewel? Now, this jewel produced around 170 pounds of gold every day. That means if you calculate in your Google, the pounds into kilos, it will come up to 77 kilos. So that means each day 77 kilos of gold was produced. So just imagine Prabhuji's and Mataji's. Even today, if Syamantaka jewel was there, I would have forgotten Krishna because for me, for myself, I'm saying, for me, gold was very important. Yeah, just imagine if I have to go meet Satyajit, okay, please give me 1 kilo of gold every day. So that is how our mentality works. We will forget the Lord. Too much of luxury. Now today, even to buy 10 grams, we know the rate, right? So that's very difficult. So just imagine 77 kilos, not even 77 grams, 77 kilos, and it was distributed. People were adoring it. So Satyajit was very puffed up and very proud, and he was being treated like that. So this is the example of less intelligent people who go after the material things. Bhagavad Gita also mentions about this. Those who are after fruitive activities or fruitive actions, they generally go to devatas and ask for all these material benefits, forgetting that they are temporary. So what does materialistic person mean? Materialistic means he is only concerned about the gratification of the senses. So that is all it is. So Krishna somehow came to know that this is happening, and he asked for Syamantaka jewel from Satrajit. He asked that to be delivered to the person who's ruling the kingdom. So at that time, Ugrasena, Krishna's grandfather, was ruling, and he had many dynasties, many kings under him. So that should be present to the highest personality in the kingdom. Krishna did not ask for himself. He asked it should be given to his grandfather. He is the emperor, so he should be given. But Satrajit did not deliver it. He refused. So, leave alone meeting Krishna, he even refused what Krishna is asking. Now, similar way, Krishna is asking us to do bhakti. We refuse. We are not interested. That is how our mind works. Okay. So here, this is the power of being a materialistic. The attraction, the enormous, the effulgent, material thing which is attracting. So that is what we have to see. So Krishna wanted to, teach Satyajit a particular way, that this is not the right way of, leading. So he had asked for it. He did not give it. So what happened is there's an incident unfolding here. Satyajit's younger brother, he was also very proud of this Prasena. So he wore that jewel and he was going around the kingdom. And it's very proud. People nowadays, I have Maruti. Maruti is nothing. Let me have Kia. Let me have Benz or BMW. People. I'm proud. People who look at me. I have so much of good. I have so much of property. So we are also in that mindset of what I'm trying to say. Satyajit Prasena. So he was very proud that he was going around wearing this on a horseback with a chariot. So he went inside the forest, and somehow he was attacked by a lion. So lion killed Prasena, and after some time the lion was killed by Jambavan. Now this is another entrance you see. So Jambavan is from Treta Yuga, very very long time, many lakhs of years he's been living. So there are many Chiranjeevis if you see in the pastimes of the Lord, like Hanuman, Jambavan. They're all Chiranjeevis, means they're kind of immortal. They don't have death. So Jambavan is there. He bare-handedly kills the lion and takes away the jewel. So now here back in the kingdom, Satyajit is thinking that Prashena did not come back. For a very long time, he has gone in the forest. So, and they hear the news that Prashena has been killed with lion. Sorry, he's been killed, but he did not return. So Satyajit thought that Krishna would have, killed um, to take away the jewel. Now, this kind of a rumor went and spread across in Dwarka. So this came to Krishna's ears. So he did not like this kind of false accusation. So you see how Satyajit's story is unfolding. He is first of all not meeting Krishna. He is not delivering what Krishna has asked for. And at the same time, misunderstanding, he is accusing Krishna of, being, killing his brother. Krishna did not like this defaming. So what Krishna did, he took some of the inhabitants and went inside the forest. After walking for a very long time, going inside the forest, they found the body of Prashena, and it was, totally, cut into pieces. So there, and they did not find anything. They did not find a jewel. After some distance, they found the lion. Lion has been killed, and lion has been not killed by any weapon. He's been killed by bare hand. So because Jambavan was a gorilla, based, that kind of a personality. So he had killed with his bare hand, and he had taken away the jewel. So Krishna, what he did, he took the residents, and somehow they found a particular tunnel. So in this particular dark tunnel, Krishna said the inhabitants to wait outside because they'll be scared if something happens inside. So he went alone inside. So there he found this dazzling inside the dark cave. There's a light. So because of the effulgence which was coming of the jewel, and that was being handled by who was playing the child. So the child is playing with the jewel as a toy. So that was given by Jambavan. So Kṛṣṇa just went there and stood, and the caretaker, the nurse who was there of the child, she got afraid that somebody stranger come. Somebody, you just imagine in your house, you just open the door and somebody barges in. You get scared. Hey, who are you? How can you come inside? We get scared. Somebody comes like that. So here, similarly, in a natural way, she got scared and she screamed because nobody knew inside the tunnel, and inside the tunnel there's person coming and standing like this in front of the child. So Jambavan got angry and came in the scene. Now Jambavan is very angry and he did not recognize the Lord. Now we have to understand, Kṛṣṇa in Bhagavad Gita mentions that lust, anger, greed is the gateway to hell. Now Jambavan, because he was angry, he did not recognize the Lord. This is the same Lord who was there with him during Ramayana pastimes, and he did not recognize because he was overcome by the element of anger. So this is what happens with us. When we are angry, we forget the Lord, everything, and we are completely engrossed in that matter. And we shout, we cry, we very vengeance. So we do this kind of behavior. This is what happens with us also. We also challenge. When we are angry, we challenge. So Jambavan challenged Kṛṣṇa for a fight. And Kṛṣṇa was ready. So Kṛṣṇa wanted to teach Jambavan. So both fought for a very, very long time. It's mentioned that he fought for almost 28 days. That's about a month. Day, night they were fighting. At least in Mahabharata, we see that they fought during the daytime and nighttime. They took rest. But here Kṛṣṇa and Jambavan, so powerful that they're fighting whole day. They're fighting whole night also. 24 hours they're fighting. And they're using all kind of weapons, stones, trees, wood, everything. And at last they're fighting with hands. Everything is over. But they're fighting with their hands. So Jambavan was so powerful. Just imagine. Now slowly, Jambavan body became weak. He kind of felt that weakness. He's losing out. So that is when the anger comes down, we will recognize our situation. You see, every time this situation happens. So Jambavan recognized this. Oh, this personality seems to be, when his anger reduced, he seemed, oh, this is not something which is common. He must be my Supreme Lord. Then he recognized Kṛṣṇa to be the Supreme Lord. Then he prayed to him. He fell at his feet and asked for forgiveness. Now, devotees may ask why this happens. Sometimes the Lord wants to have a physical fight. He loves to fight with have a physical tuffle, So with the devotees himself, he'll have. As Kṛṣṇa mentions in Bhagavad Gita, everyone is a friend to him. Nobody is his enemy. Even the asuras are his friends. That is how kind-hearted he is. So he will choose a right candidate to fight. Just like Jaya Vijaya, yeah, Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, we saw the movie, so nice. So he will select a particular devotee who's fit for him to fight. So that's how the Lord is. So he wants to do this. He cannot do that in Vaikuntha, because in Vaikuntha you'll not find anger, all these physical fights. There's only love. But in this material world, he'll come and fight. So Jambavan, he is doing this activity. It's all pastime. It's a leela. So Jambavan, he fell at the feet. He asked forgiveness, and he had prayers. Then this mock fight ended. So Kṛṣṇa understood, and he's glorifying. Jambavan is glorifying. You're the same Lord who built the bridge to Lanka. You're the same Lord who killed Ravana, cut his heads and limbs into pieces. You're the same Lord who rescued Sita Devi. My Lord, please forgive me that my ajnana, I'm in illusion that I did not recognize you. Because it's been ages that Rama left this planet and Jambavan was in his devotion, and when the Lord came, you did not recognize. Similarly, it happens to us. We have forgotten for many, many, many birth times our, devotion, what would have done. But when some devotees come, we just scold them or reject them. We have this experience. Somehow now we have come to devotion. But in the initial days, when we see somebody would have come, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please take this book, or they would have come, please come to the temple. And hey, it's just this ISKCON people. They're only after money, or they just want to irritate people. Like that we would have thought. We have had this experience, right? So that's how we'll, in that illusion, we'll forget the Lord when the Lord appears. Yeah, book is also the Lord. So this is how it is. So we forget the Lord. And after this, what happened? So Jambavan asked for forgiveness. And here you see the beauty. Krishna is patting everywhere. Softly, he's patting everywhere. He's rubbing Jambavan's body. And he's gaining that energy. So that's how Krishna se tomar. So from Krishna only we'll get that energy. So Jambavan is now fully fit, and so he's sorry about what happened. So in return, what he does, he gives away his beautiful daughter Jambavati. He says, "You please marry my daughter. This is as a gift," and he gives Syamantaka jewel also. So Krishna, there was a conversation. He explained all the activity, all the things which happened. So he gives away Jambavati in marriage and also the Syamantaka jewel. And Krishna returns. Now, in the back, what happened is in the kingdom, the inhabitants who came to the forest, they waited for 12 days. Krishna did not return. There's no sign or any sound. So they thought that Krishna just disappeared. He left this world and they have gone back to the kingdom. And everybody is in a morose state and they're crying and they're cursing ill names. They're insulting Shatrajit. That because of him, our dear Lord has disappeared from this world. Now, Satyajit is very much inflicted by this because of this misunderstanding, and hence my name has come, and because of me, this incident happened. So he is also morose, and he cannot take that shame. So what happened? Krishna returns, and this happened when all the devotees went and prayed to the river Chandrabhag, and Chandrabhag immediately gave the benedictions, and Krishna appeared at the same time, and Krishna explained the whole story, and Krishna is appearing with Jambavati. So this is what happened, and he gave the Syamantaka jewel to he called especially in the assembly. So he called in the assembly everybody, all the kings, and there was Satrajit also who came, and he told all the things which happened. They went inside the forest, and he went into the tunnel, Jambavan, fighting with him, then the marriage, and that's how he got the jewel. And in front of everybody, he gave the jewel to Syamantaka jewel to Satrajit. And Satrajit, with his head hanging, that guilt, he silently walked off to the palace. And so then he thought that this is the way I have insulted my Lord Krishna, and the only way I can recover from this or rectify this is that I have to do something for the Lord. So Satrajit decided that he will hand over the jewel and the most beautiful daughter, Satyabhama, to Krishna. Satyabhama is the most beautiful daughter, and in her previous life, she had performed a very, very great austerity because she was known as Gunavati. And this pastime is there in Padma Purana, I believe. So she was very much a daughter of a Brahmana. That Brahmana appeared as Satrajit, and daughter has appeared as Satyabhama. And she was married to one person, and they both died when they went inside the forest to collect wood for sacrifice. So that husband appeared as Akrura. So Satyabhama appeared as daughter of Satrajit, and she thoroughly followed, she sincerely, dedicatedly followed Ekadashi's fasting, and also she used to follow the the Kartika month. So during one time when she was inside, she was going to take part inside the river, even in the cold month. It was in the north Haridwar side. It was very, very cold, but still she kept that vrata and she passed away, in the river. So when she passed away, a Vimana came. That means the aeroplane came with all the dazzling, effulgent personalities, the Vishnu Dutas, and took her away. So that same personality appeared as Satyabhama. So Satyabhama was given in marriage to Kṛṣṇa by Satyajit, and Satyajit handed over the jewel. So he said, "I am sorry, Kṛṣṇa. Please keep this with you, and I am giving this daughter to you." And Satyabhama had was to be married to so many kings who were waiting for her. So many princes who were waiting. Satyajit had a condition, but he refused everything. He gave up everything and just handed over to Kṛṣṇa. So if you see, this is the third queen. So first is Rukmini, then Jambavati and Satyabhama. So there are 8 principal wives, and top 3 are these personalities. Another 5, it's in the next chapter. Another 5 queens he marries. So there are 16,000 who are, rescued. They have been given different palaces, as we have heard. And so 8 primary queens were there. So Satyabhama is one among them. So Kṛṣṇa marries her and he gives away back the jewel to Satyajit. So he says, now it is no need. So you understood. And so he tells you can continue keeping in the temple. So I think the misunderstanding is ended. And so because of this, the people will be in need, and there will be no disturbances of famine in the kingdom. So whatever the pestilence or excessive heat or cold which is there will not be there. So to maintain that. So that's how Satyajit got into a misunderstanding with Kṛṣṇa, and this is the story unfolding. So what is the learning for us? So the learning is we should not have any misunderstanding with Kṛṣṇa. Now, how do I take that? It's only that when we pray, when we are asked to do something, our spiritual master says we have to do these things, but we don't do it. So when we neglect our spiritual duties, our everyday, the commitments which are there, be it chanting or listening or reading or our seva, so we are neglecting Krishna seva. So when we are neglecting Krishna seva, we are neglecting him. So similarly, at the physical level and also at the mental level, when I am chanting, I am not actually consciously listening to Krishna's name. So very easy method with a process which has been given, but still we neglect. So at our level, we have to consciously and dedicatedly take this, that we have to be serious in our bhakti. So that's when Krishna will reciprocate. So these pastimes are very important for us. So there's a great learning that one can reduce anger. So how to reduce anger? Recognize the Lord. So every situation, the Lord may come in our life in different ways. So it's that the situation arrives, we should not be angry. We think over, better to, before getting angry, think over why should I get angry. That is very important. So Satyajit's story is similar to our story also, what happening in our life. There it is directly dealing with Krishna, but we are also in the same way, but we are not like Krishna in front of us, but the situations which we are going through. So we are in anxiety actually. So always we are anxiety. So our anxiety only should be to please the Lord, see the Lord, hear about Him. So that is the real anxiety. So that is all we have to take the lessons from this particular pastimes. So thank you very much for attending this class. Dandavats Pranam.